money from Washington, Suffolk County Executive Steve Bellone says millions of dollars in bus cuts will be a part of his 2021 budget. If the routes are cut, jobs will be too. While officials say they haven't come up with a number yet, it's expected to be in the hundreds. Bellone says the budget cuts would impact about 2,300 daily riders, and there'd be cuts to the SCAT service too, impacting another 200 paratransit riders. Bellone says the transit cuts would save about $18 million. The county executive recently announced that without federal aid, his proposed budget will also include $20 million in police cuts. The county contending with a budget hole in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Suffolk received more than $26 million for public transportation under the CARES Act, which Bellone says was spent and had to be used for 2020 losses, not 2021. But legislator Robert Trotta says that money should allow for more to be left over, calling the proposed cuts a scare tactic.
The federal government shouldn't be doing it. We shouldn't be bailing out mismanagement, period.
Trotta and other Republican legislators criticizing the county executive, claiming the county finances have been in trouble well before coronavirus came into play.
People are hurting here, and his prior acts has put us in the position we're in today. This isn't about corona. It's about mismanagement. It's about overspending.
The county executive is expected to submit his budget in a week. Reporting from Hauppauge, Cecilia Dowd for Newsday.
Alright, so you just saw the video from Newsday.com. We're going to get into the bus routes that are going to get cut, and this is going to be very ugly because, honestly, Steve Bellone is a bigger moron than that philanthropist in Jersey I made a rant about. But needless to say, you know, you could be a moron for spreading COVID, but you could be a bigger moron for ruining people's quality of life. This takes the cake. Alright, so let's go into the bus routes that are getting cut because the article didn't mention it. So the following routes are going to be the S54, the 10B, the S59, S57, S31, S76, S56, the 2A, the 7A, the 10C, the 6B, the S47, 8A, S62, 1A is getting cut, so whoa. Didn't see that coming. The 6A, the S69, the 2B, and the S23. So, now this is not good because Pine Power LI, if you did not watch this video, and I'll put the link in the description below, look what they're doing to the S62. This is a route that Pine Power takes to get to the Pine Barrens in Suffolk. He's going to be completely out of luck. He's going to be screwed. Just like how I'm going to be screwed. I can't get to Comac from Huntington anymore. I'm going to have no way to take the S1 down to Walt Whitman and then take the S54. And I will mention, there's a very good diner in that area. Highly recommend it. It's called, I got the name of it coming up. It's called the Candlelight Diner. Highly recommend it. So, I'd have no way to get to the Candlelight Diner if I wanted to. So I'd be completely out of luck. S56, they're threatening to cut that too. That's a route that goes from Comac to Walt Whitman Mall. So that would also get cut. And I looked at the map. The map's very alarming. There'd be no bus service at Ronkonkoma Railroad. So there'd be no alternative transportation at Ronkonkoma if the main line was shut down. So far the plan's working. Bellone's bowing down to Trump. He's bowing down to Cuomo. Because secretly they're working with Trump. You know what's going on here. It's quite obvious. At least the the S1A. Now, what's that route? I've never heard of it before. I only know of the S1. Oh, okay, the 1A goes from... Yeah, the 1A is right here. Okay, that's Amityville, my Lindenhurst. So I was like, wait a minute, what 1A? I only know about the S1 that goes from Huntington down to where I would need to go to get the S54. Because I have to transfer here. It's not a long drive from Huntington Railroad. It's only a couple minutes. So I'd be completely out of luck. I'd be screwed. They would say, screw you, you're out of luck, and that'd be it. I'd be out of luck from there. So, again, this is Suffolk County at work. So far the plan's working. Is the 41 even one of the routes that are getting cut? Let's see. Let's see if the 41's getting cut. Oh, good. The 41's not getting cut. So, if I really want to do, I'd be that desperate, I would have to take the S41 from Bayshore. But that would mean I'd have to transfer for diesel equipment at Bellone. That's the last thing I want to do. That is the last thing I want to do. As I said, the plan's working. The plan is working. They are forcing us out of New York. I know you people aren't realizing it right now, but the plan is working. They are telling the disabled and the low income to leave New York. Let's see, the 58 getting cut? I hope the 58's not getting cut. Okay, good. The 58's not getting cut. But why would you want to cut the S54? The S54 is a very busy route. Goes right by Macy's. My goodness, Steve Bellone, you really are a big moron. You know, that's what he is. He's a big moron. You know, this is, again, the plan's working. The plan is working. They are getting their way. Wish everybody would understand that. You know, a lot of people just don't seem to understand that Steve Bellone is just being awful. Now let's take a look at the S62. So, the S62 goes from here, Hauppauge, all the way out to, let's see where it ends up. Yeah, I think the 62. Now, let's see where the 62 ends up. That's a good question. 62 ends up going to... Yeah. Like I figured. Look at this. Yep, the 62 goes right by the Pine Barrens. Look at this. You got Rocky Point where the Pine Barrens are. You got Wildwood State Park. You got Brookhaven even. Now, again, the 58's not getting cut. So, if I wanted to go to Brookhaven Park, or, you know, maybe go to Middle Island and then go to the Pine Barrens that way, you know, wouldn't be that bad. But let's just make sure the 58's not getting cut. Alright, so the 58's not getting cut. So that's decent news. But for Pine Power LI, that's a bigger problem. Because he needs the S62. He needs the S62 because the 62 is the 62 is a big route. It goes all the way to Riverhead. So the only other way you can get to Riverhead is the S58. So you'd be completely out of luck. So again, so far the plan's working. The plan is working. Now, on the North Fork, are they cutting the S92? Okay, they're not cutting the S92. So that's decent news, but... take a look at this. I don't even think they operate a route in Montauk. Alright, let's see. Are they eliminating the 10C? That's a big problem. You cannot eliminate... Oh! They're eliminating the 10C. Oh! Why would you eliminate the 10C? They're claiming it's low ridership. You cannot make this stuff up. You know, this is Steve Bellone at work. So, one last point. Let's go to Ronkonkoma. I want to show you Ronkonkoma because this is not good. Yep, all of the bus routes at Ronkonkoma that were in that article, they're getting cut. So 7A would get cut. The 59's getting cut. I think they mentioned the 57's getting cut. So, can't get rid of the S57. How am I supposed to get to Smith Haven Mall if I don't have the S57? My God, Steve Bellone, you are a real big moron. You know? You cannot cut the S57. How are people supposed to get from Ronkonkoma to the mall? Literally, it's a short ride on Hawkins Avenue. It's right to Middle Country Road. And then, another option to get to Suffolk County College, I think they're cutting that one too. Is the 6A getting cut? Yeah, the 6A is getting cut. Wow. So, Steve Bellone, you really have to be a big moron. You know, I'll show you this guy. Because this guy, look, there's two different parts of Steve Bellone. You have creepy smile Steve Bellone right here. Let's do an illustration. You got creepy smile Steve Bellone. Then you got serious talker Steve Bellone. And then you got no emotion Steve Bellone. And you know who he's bowing down to. You know who he's bowing down to. It's quite obvious. Mr. New Yorkers love me. Yep, I'll show you. This guy right here, Andrew Cuomo. Is it that obvious? Oh, look at this. They're best friends. They're hugging each other. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But again, this is New York. This is New York. So, folks, I'm going to tell you this right now. You know, call the county executive's office in Hauppauge. Complain, because I know I'm definitely going to make a list of the routes that would impact me in Suffolk if this happens. I just said it in the video, and I'm going to make a list. And I'm calling the county executive's office to complain because, you know, I'm upset. You people in Suffolk should also be upset too because now I'm going to virtually have limited options to get to the Candlewood Diner in Colmac. I'm going to have less options to get to Smith Haven Mall. You know, they cut the 57. I literally have no way to get to Smith Haven Mall. I have no way to get there. So I would have no way to get to the mall. So, this is the number. Take it down. Another suggestion I would say is call Governor Cuomo's office. In fact, let me leave Governor Cuomo's number. Because he has a 518 number. You know what? Make the voicemail full even. I don't even care. You know, because, you know, this is just a joke what's going on here. Huh, that's odd. Here we go. Yeah, here's the phone number. Call the phone number in Albany and complain. You know, because we're not going to take this. You know? I mean, I'm not complaining to Governor Cuomo, but you have your options. And, you know, call your state senator in Suffolk. Call your assembly person. You know, let them know what's going on here. Let them know. In fact, while you're at it, I know you're in Suffolk. Call Lee Selden's office. Call Lee Selden and complain to him. Tell him how you really feel about the Republicans trying to interfere with our business right now. I know I'm making this political. It's both sides too. But, you know, Mitch McConnell is a stubborn old man from Kentucky. He doesn't care about us in New York. And it's quite obvious. It's quite obvious. Within a year, I'm going to end up in Delaware. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time when MTA's going to cut a subway route that I need to use on a weekday. They're going to cut my buses in the city. You know, it's quite obvious. And, you know, Laura Curran, she didn't even cut the funding in the police department. Bellone's cutting $20 million from the police department. $20 million. Just to cater to the social justice warriors. I mean, I'm glad Laura Curran's not defunding the police. You know, I'm glad that at the moment the N25 is still going to be an option for me at Long Island Jewish. Possibly even the N26. But, you know, this is going to make me living in New York difficult. Pretty much they're going to tell me, welcome to Suffolk County. You're not welcome anymore. And tell them Pine Power the same thing. And I also encourage my other colleagues from Passengers United, Matt Camper, Jason Anthony, Andy Quinto, Charlton D. Souza. You know, we have to be vocal about this. And, you know, down the line, if Suffolk's going to cut routes, then, you know, we're going to have to go to court maybe. I don't know, because what Steve Bellone's doing is criminal. He should not be allowed to get away with this. And again, I'm going to make a list of the routes that are going to impact me. And I'll even vouch for John and mention to Steve Bellone that the S62 goes all the way out to Riverhead, because the last thing we need is these cuts to happen and the riders are going to get impacted. What about the bus drivers? They even mentioned in the Newsday article the bus drivers are going to get furloughed. They're going to get cut from SCAT. So, where are the bus drivers supposed to end up going if they're not employed by Suffolk County? So, I never thought I would have to talk about this. I never thought that Steve Bellone could be a bigger moron than he already is. Because he's already a moron for the red light camera thing. And I'm still surprised people in Suffolk vote for this guy, because Suffolk's typically a Republican county. I don't know how this guy got 3 terms. But this guy used to be the town of Babylon supervisor. So you know who he's catering to. He's catering to the finance professionals, aka the closed-minded individuals who I keep talking about. So, my suggestion to Steve Bellone before I wrap this up, it's time to ask the rich to pay their taxes. If they are being tax exempt, if they're millionaires, and they're bowing down to Jeff Bezos and keep ordering Amazon Prime, it's time for them to pay their fair share. And Governor Cuomo, I'm holding this on you too. You need to do the same thing. New Jersey did the right thing. They put a millionaire's tax. They're even putting a gas tax to save NJT at least. Because it's quite obvious the feds are not going to help us. We're not getting this Heroes Act. So, yeah, we need all of that to happen. So, okay, I'm done here. I've said all I said. I'm going to call the 631 number during the week. I'm going to complain to the county executive's office and just tell them what routes are going to impact me getting cut. So, with that, thank you for watching. My prayers go out to my viewers who are regular Suffolk County Transit riders. Here are my thoughts and prayers, because what's going on in Suffolk is going to happen the same in New York. You know, we're going to lose our services too if we don't get this funding. So, and I hope Laura Curran's not going to be crazy and cut the N25, because the last thing I need is the N25 to get cut at Long Island Jewish. So, with that, thank you all for watching. Until the next one, please take care.